guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about baby names that I love. I have been asked to do this video so many times. Every time I do like a request for videos that you guys want to see, this is always one of the top videos. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I don't know why I've put it off, but I thought now would be the perfect time because we are kind of thinking about baby names for our next baby that is on the way. So this is going to be like a baby names video and also a little bit of a pregnancy update because I have been asked lately to do a pregnancy update. And guys, I am so out of breath already. It's like as soon as you get pregnant, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not huge or anything, but I can't breathe. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me for the next like 8 months. But before we get started on today's baby names and pregnancy update video, I wanted to let y'all know that today's video is in collaboration with my really good friend, Rochelle Marie. I love Rochelle so much. I feel like if we lived closer, we would be like best friends. But if you guys aren't following her channel, you definitely should. I'm going to leave her video in the description box below. She is pregnant with twin girls and she is due here pretty soon, and I am so excited for her. She has a little boy and a little girl already, and then the 2 more little girls on the way. She is going to be telling you guys what her favorite baby names are that she won't be using. So if you haven't already subscribed to Rochelle's channel, make sure to check out her channel and her video in the description box below. And let's go ahead and get started on my baby names. I'm going to tell you guys 6 boy names and 6 girl names that I really like, but I probably won't be using. We do have a girl name picked out. I think that if we actually were to have a girl, I'm honestly not, I'm not expecting it. So if we were to have a girl, I think that we would probably go through all of the girl names once it was actually like a serious thing, just to make sure that we are choosing the one that we want. But we do have a name in mind. We've had it in mind since we've been together. I remember how the name came up, and it was because I was almost named this and Jeff was like, oh my gosh, I love that name. So that's how our girl name came to be, and then we had Cooper, and then we had Cash, and then we just never used it. So that will be for a later video. And then I have a bunch of boy names. As you know, if you are new to my channel, my boys are Carter, Cooper, and Cash. So they're all C's. And that wasn't exactly intentional. Carter was with my first husband, and then we liked the name Cooper when my husband and I, my second husband, my husband now, and I got married, and then we were like, well, we can't leave the third one out, so we named him Cash. So I do have a C name in there that I absolutely love, and if we have a boy, I would love to name him that, but Jeff is not on board. So if I can get Jeff on board with this name, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the name because we are talking baby names today, and that name is Crew, C-R-E-W. I love it. I loved it way before Chip and Joanna named their little one Crew. I wanted to name Cash Crew. I even think I wanted to name Cooper Crew, and Jeff just was not on board. So if I can somehow convince him for the next boy to name him Crew, that's what his name will be. But that is a name that I love and probably won't be using unless I can get Jeff on board. I don't remember where I heard that first. It's not like a hugely popular name. It probably will be after Chip and Joanna Gaines named their son Crew. But I've loved that name for so long. And the next one is Beckett. And I don't remember like why or how I came across the name Beckett. I'm sure that somebody named their kid Beckett, and I thought that is just so cute. Jeff is not on board. And of course all of our kids' names are C's, so that's the main reason why we didn't get to use a lot of these, is because we decided to go with C's. I have also really liked the name Finn. And there's just something so like masculine about it, but something so cute about it. And I could see like a baby being named Finn, and then like an adult man, like a handsome man being named Finn. And it is kind of a popular name. Like I've seen quite a few little boys with the name Finn, but it's just, I don't know, it's different, but it's still really cute. I'm all about like making sure that you can see the kid like as a baby name that, but also an adult, because sometimes like names are like very babyish and then they grow up and, you know, so I don't know, maybe you know what I mean, maybe you don't. The other name that I like is Graham. The name Graham for a little boy, I don't know what it is about any of these names, but when you hear a name and you like it, you just know that you like it, and it's hard to put like an actual like finger on why. But it just sounds so handsome. You don't hear it a whole lot. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a really strong name in my opinion, and I love it. So I have the name Luke, and I feel like it's just a very classic name. Like it never goes out of style. It's not like trendy. I don't know. It's just a name that's been around for so long, and I feel like it's very classy. If you use the word classy for a boy, anyways, you know what I mean. I really like the name. Timeless name. That's what I was looking for. And then the other name that I like is Brody. And my ex-husband's brother's name was Brody, so I obviously couldn't name like my son, I couldn't name Carter Brody, but I just feel like for other people or other people's sons, the name Brody is just like a really strong, handsome, like when I think of the name Brody, I think of somebody who's like really masculine and handsome, and it's a cute little baby's name, but also, okay, yeah, you get the point. I keep saying that, but anyways, those are my probably my six top baby boy names. Like I said, I love the name Crew. If I can get Jeff to jump on board, that will be our son's name, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. So as far as girl names go, so before we found out that Carter was a boy, we already knew that if we had a boy, his name was going to be Carter. And that's because my ex-husband's first name started with a C, and I thought that it would sound good together. I had always loved the name Carter, so that was like a no-brainer. But if we had a girl, we had no idea. We didn't have a name, but I had some in my head that were never like seriously thrown about. I've never had to seriously consider a girl's name. It's just never gotten to that point. So these are just some names that I have always loved. I probably won't name my daughter that just because we have an idea of what we would name her if I had a daughter. But these are names that I would name my daughter if I had like 5 of them. So the first name is Layton, and I think I saw this name up on a billboard when I was pregnant with Carter, and I think it was like a law firm or something, and I just thought the name Layton had just a beautiful ring to it. I never hear the name Layton. I know there's Layton Meeser. I don't even know if that's how you say her last name right, but that's the only name that I like have ever heard of a girl being named Layton. So I thought it was so pretty, and if my ex-husband would have went with it and Carter was a girl, he would probably be a Layton. It's just so pretty and unique, and I love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I just do. So the other name that we tossed up before Carter was born, or I tossed up the name, was Ella. And it's a lot more popular now than it was when I was pregnant with Carter 6 years ago. A lot of little girls are named Ella now, and it's just such a pretty name. I bet Carter would have been an Ella if he had been a girl. Oh, another name that my husband and I have seriously considered for a little girl if we had one. This could still be in the running if we had a little girl, but I don't know. I can't even fathom the thought of actually having to seriously run through girl names. So anyways, the name is Charlie, and that would be Charlie for a little girl, probably Charley. My husband really liked that name. I think when we were trying to come up with names when we were pregnant with Cooper, before we knew if he was a boy or a girl, I think he really liked the name Charlie, and he's the one who brought it up first. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know. And then I thought, that is actually really cute. Like the name Charlie for a little girl is so cute. And I actually mentioned that to him the other day, and he was like, we already have way too many C's. I cannot keep the C's that we have straight. So if we did have a girl, we would take the chance to name her something other than a C, because now we're like Carter, Cooper, Cat, blah, 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 blah. And if we just added Charlie in there, we would be like mind blown. So I think that that would be the reason why we wouldn't name her that, but I don't know, we might change our minds. But it is so cute for a little girl in my opinion. Okay, the other name that I have always thought was really pretty is the name Claire, and that's also another C name. I don't know, the reason why we can't name anybody Claire is because Sydney's middle name is Claire. So obviously my husband liked the name too. He actually picked Sydney's name, and I don't know if he picked her middle name, but he probably did. In fact, I should ask him, I don't remember, but I think he picked the name Sydney Claire, and I think the name Claire is just so pretty. It's one of those timeless names. We can't name our daughter Claire because that's Sydney's middle name, and it's also a C name, but you could name your daughter Claire if you like that name. Okay, so I have 2 more names, and the other name that I like is Blakely, and Carter's middle name is Blake. I really like the name Blake, but Blakely for a girl is just really pretty. Like, I like names that end in a Y for girls. If we have a daughter, her name would probably end in a Y, because we want Sydney and her to be like matching in that respect. But the name Blakely is just so pretty. I've never actually met a person named Blakely in real life. I just think that it's such a beautiful name, and I don't know, maybe I can get my husband to jump on board with that one, because yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. You might see these names in the future. I don't know. These are just names that are on my list. And the last name that I like, I actually saw a sign driving down the road, and I pass it often, and the street is actually called Oakland Street. And so the name is Oakland, and I thought that is so pretty. The name Oakland, like, you never hear that name. I actually think somebody had messaged me on Instagram and said that their daughter's name was Oakland, and I was like, that is just, it's beautiful. It's something that you don't hear very often. It's just the sound of it is just really pretty. So I think I had mentioned it to my husband. I think we were pregnant with Cash at the time, and he was like, no. He is so hard to convince when it comes to names. Like, is anybody else's husband like that? I don't know. I thought he was gonna be totally easy to do the whole name thing with before we got pregnant, like with Cooper and stuff, and I was like, whoa, you are like so picky about your names. So when we find a name that we both like, we run with it, because that is a rarity. And if we have another boy, trying to find a boy name that we both like is going to be, I don't even know. So anyways, those are my 12 names, 6 boy and 6 girl names that I probably won't be using. Whatever this one is, probably won't be any of those names, but you never know. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit, just like do a quick pregnancy update, because so many people have been asking what's going on, how I'm feeling, and I am so thankful for you guys that care so much. Especially I get a lot of messages on Instagram asking how I'm doing. So I am 6 weeks pregnant. My first doctor's appointment is February 4th, which is in 6 days. It is next Monday, and well, 5 days when you're watching this, and I'll be a little over 6 weeks when you guys are actually watching this. But I had to have found out I was pregnant super early, because I feel like I've been pregnant for so long already, and I'm only 6 weeks. So in fact, I know that I found out really early because I was like quite a few days away from my period. That's why I was so surprised when the test was positive. I just thought there was no way. So I'm not sure what went on there, but I don't know exactly, because I haven't had my ultrasound yet. That will be next week, and then they can tell me a better idea of exactly how far along I am. For the most part, I don't want to jinx myself, but I have been feeling pretty good. With Carter, let me just, so you understand where I'm coming from. With Carter, I was not very sick. I was tired. I was in nursing school. I would come home and take a nap, and then I had like a break in between classes, and I would take a nap, and honestly, like, I had a couple food aversions, whatnot. Like, Carter's pregnancy was so easy. Cash and Cooper, holy cow. They gave me a run for my money. I don't know, guys. Okay, I would actually really like to know, is it because they have a different dad? Is that, like, I've heard that a different dad, I don't know. I don't want to get all into that, but I was so sick with them. So with Cooper, I was actually pregnant on our honeymoon. 6 weeks pregnant. Cooper was the hugest surprise of my life, okay? It was not planned. We did not plan a honeymoon knowing that I was pregnant. It was just, we're gonna leave it at that. So I was so sick with him. We were on a cruise ship, and I was in the room the entire cruise, puking nauseated, sleeping. It was terrible. And that lasted for quite a while. And then with Cash, I was also very sick, laying on the couch, just miserable, tired, all of it. So I have been there. I know what it's like to get all day sickness and be miserable. So right now, I don't want to jinx it, because usually I don't start feeling sick until 6 weeks. So I could start feeling sick tomorrow and this would all just be a lie. But up until this point, I have been feeling pretty good. Now, that's not to say that I have not had any nausea, because I definitely have. I will wake up like 2 a.m. in the morning and feel like I'm about to throw up. Like I've had to go get the trash can and put it by my bed. That's definitely new for me. I've never had like to wake up in the middle of the night and feel like I was gonna be sick. So that's new for sure. And sometimes in the morning when I wake up, like I just need to eat something. Sometimes when I do eat, then that makes me feel nauseous, but it's nothing to the point of like where I feel miserable or I have actually thrown up, because I haven't. So far it has been pretty easy. I am tired. That's just to be expected. I try to take a nap when I can. I try to go to bed earlier. I can deal with that part if I can get a nap every now and then, but it's the nausea that I hate so much, and so far so good, but that could all change tomorrow. I know it could. I'm actually very well prepared that it will, so I've been trying to get a lot of things done that need to be done before that kicks in, because I am terrified that it's going to be worse. I feel like it's gotten worse with each pregnancy, and so this one is either going to be really good, like maybe like Carter's, or it's going to be really bad. So I'll keep you guys updated in the next pregnancy update, but that's what's going on right now. Other than that, I don't really have any other major symptoms. Every time I'm pregnant, I have to brush my teeth after every single meal. There's just something about having any kind of taste of food in my mouth. It just like, oh. So that's one. Oh, and brushing my teeth is like torture. If I get like halfway down my tongue, it's over. I am hungry all the time. I have been craving Eggo waffles with peanut butter. That's new. I've never craved Eggo waffles with peanut butter. The last time I've eaten waffles with peanut butter was when I was in like middle school or high school for breakfast before I would go to school. I haven't touched one since, so that's been strange, but they are like at 10 o'clock at night when I'm watching TV, nothing is better than an Eggo waffle with peanut butter. Like I had pickle cravings at the very beginning, but not really so much right now. They kind of just like come and go. I go in these phases, but that's all that I can really think of. I really like sour candy, but what else is new? I've craved sour candy in all of my pregnancies and when I'm not pregnant, so I don't even know if that's a real craving. I know a lot of people have asked if I'm going to find out the gender. And yes, I am not the kind of person that can wait for that kind of stuff. I wish that I could. I think that if I had a boy and a girl, I would definitely wait to see what the third one was. I don't know when. Yes, I know that you can find out at 9 weeks with sneak peek. I actually did it with Cash and I didn't tell anyone because I couldn't trust the results at that time. Now they have a clinical sneak peek. I actually did the sneak peek at home with Cash and it turned out to be right, but there's, you know, contamination worries with that because male DNA can get in. Anyways, I didn't trust it with Cash. Now they are a lot more like precise with their method of taking your blood and everything, especially when you go off to like a clinic and do it, is like 99% accurate. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to wait until 15 weeks to get an elective ultrasound, or if I'm going to do the NIPT test at 12 weeks, I think. So I don't know. I might just surprise you guys. I don't know. But yes, I will be finding out the gender sometime during my pregnancy, sometime before 20 weeks anyways. I'll give you a tiny little bump shot here really quickly. Let's see. So this is my 6-week belly. There's not much there, to be honest. It is just a tiny little, like, normally it doesn't poke out like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my baby names, and I'm glad that I was finally able to get this video done for you guys. So many people had been requesting this video for so long, and I will see you guys all in my next video. My vlogging camera should be back super soon. That's why I haven't had any vlogs up. It is broken, so hopefully that will be back any day now, and I'm going to vlog my first baby appointment, so stay tuned for that. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. I would love to have you here, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.